most surprised you in terms of the talent pool that you swam in this past year?
You know, the thing about the talent pool that's going on today is that there's not a shortage of candidates. We don't have a shortage of people applying to jobs. The hardest thing that we're having and we're finding is connecting those folks to jobs that we actually need them to fill. What's happening is traditionally in healthcare is we post, you know, thousands of jobs up there, career boards, social sites, on our own website, and we have people that are applying to those jobs from every single angle of the industry. So many people are coming from outside healthcare and they're trying to come into healthcare now, and they're applying to jobs that maybe they don't actually are good fits for. And so the thing that's been most challenging for us is trying to get people to find out what their fit is, trying to help connect people to the jobs we really need them to be a part of. And so what we're really struggling with the most right now is the way our traditional job descriptions are written are sort of limiting our talent pools. We don't have the ability to be that creative right now because we have our minimum qualifications are written in a fashion that is ruling out a lot of people that have great, what we call alike competencies or skills. So I guess the long story short to that is that there's not a shortage of people that are applying to jobs. The hardest part is getting those people to connect to the right jobs, and that's our greatest challenge right now.
I think for us in the financial services industry is, I would say, two things. Given we're a regional bank, we're in a unique position given our business model, really against the larger banks like B of A and that kind of thing that are really in a lot of trouble. And from a talent perspective, what we're finding in that talent pool is we're able to attract a high level of talent from the bigger banks that are interested in coming to a regional bank, much more focused on the customer. So for us, that's a real positive. The other thing I would, would say from a talent perspective is because of the number in the market, balancing not only fit of those that are out seeking roles and jobs and things like that, but also tapping into the passive candidates and balancing that with the skills and capabilities that you're really seeking. And we have a shift in business model, so really understanding what are the capabilities we need today and the future, matching that up with those that are in the market, and then targeting those passive candidates in a way that's effective against our business model.
Yeah, as a provider of services to companies that are hiring, I think we could sort of support the same comments that you both have made. There are lots of people out there. The challenge is with the fit, and what worked in 2008, 2009 in different positions isn't necessarily the same type of candidate or the same type of behavioral qualities that are needed. So really just emphasizing the fit, I think, is what we're seeing.
From a third-party perspective, one of my business units is Alliance Search Solutions, which is a contingent recruitment firm, and their biggest challenge this year has been the competition for the talent. A lot of counteroffers have been made, more so than they've ever seen in their history, and they've been doing this for over 10 years. So I think for the talent that is out there, it really is a competitive marketplace. People aren't willing to let go of their talent so easily, and people are accepting the counteroffers that are being made, and that's something that's unique in this market as well.
Stacey, you want to add to that?
Sure. I mean, my perspective from the employment law sector, what we have, I guess the concern is you have a talent pool that includes a lot of aging workers. The Department of Labor statistics indicate that older unemployed are having considerable difficulty finding reemployment. So as HR professionals, that's an opportunity. It's also a challenge because those individuals are going to flood applicant pools probably unlike ever before. And how do companies make sure that the communications they have and the processes and policies they have in place don't open themselves up to risk, given that talent pool and the high stakes that those individuals have not being able to find employment quickly.
Well, I think the idea of finding that fit really starts with the foundation of an organization that we might work with. They need to understand what their vision, their mission, their values are, and they need to live that throughout their entire organization. The more connected that we find companies are to those areas, the better chances of them attracting rockstar talent and keeping them. And what we do as an organization here in Alliance Staffing Solutions for companies here in Northeast Ohio is we are kind of the advocate for our customers, and really not only understanding and going in, understanding their culture, their mission and their values, but also working with their different hiring managers within those organizations, because they have their own unique aspect that they take away to their own departments that are still connected to the overall company mission, but still have their own unique way of incorporating that into their staff. So that's something that's a differentiator for us, is that we take that extra step to go out and do that type of analysis with our customers, come back, interview candidates, and try to find that alignment cohesively, so that we can then take a candidate who may look on paper to be the right fit, may not, but we know they are the right fit because we've done that due diligence and working with customers here to identify the things that are beyond a job description.
There are so many great HR objectives, and it's so important to build a team that includes HR, obviously the management, so you can understand the needs of the business, but then also legal and maybe even finance to understand the logistics of how things work. There's so many good ideas and objectives that can be carried out, but if they're not carried out the right way, can create a lot of risk, a lot of liability. So it is an employment law, and it's so true that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And if someone calls us and we give them the right advice at the right time at Buckley King, we can do that for very little cost as compared to having to respond to an federal agency investigation or a lawsuit.